Ai nana.
Yemo akwaba.
Yemo mejumoso.
Bibi aboko de.
Nyame adom ne mpa mo na mo so.
Nyame adom na firm what is saying, office is saying.
Nyame adom yeguso pressure the room and stress but adwuma yeso ya fa to ye ho so no.
Adwuma e was season bia e ba pa na mo de mu every day bia ye season.
De bia o because o kokota o bani na adwuma ni bi beka ho. O koba bia ye wade foforo wo se o ye. Enti adwuma ne de anu edin. Ne stress ne nam.
Nyame ti ase. Kanse da ho de ni enwura nkomo no awie anwumre.
Nana me da say me did the Samuel Kisiedu, me a private legal practitioner.
Okay.
Me a chartered tax practitioner. Me ni ICAM law consult and a juma private law firm your airport residential area. Yeah, specializing in litigation. Yes.
Let me show. And boy na yensua de. E san say no mani boy hu ne tra yenim de mra na kafa ho boy yen. Na nsan emabunu no bebre na no. Enoma bebra ye ne de ye pese de ye hunko him no ye nim se eye bone ana enye bone de ye hwe ye de fe ne sex toys se obekona ye de dua anyono bema na eda shop a ye ton na ababa wa beto e de kofie adan a mikunu ni Ghana ana me de emema de se de omutinti no me ne mema wie no abetot mema bodua yi a ye di dua anwono ana de rubber yi obi wo kra na hye ne bag im ebi kra a police fo gina no wo kwan bi so ne ye searcher yetimi hu ne saa de ni nyina wo ne car boot ebi wo kra ne bag im ebi ne nim de mra ne kafa ho boyen na yensua de anwumre sex toys and the law in Ghana.
Nana me da say de bia moye no na eja mo fa mafuri so na mo educate public no. Me as a topic no in fact when they send me na I was a little apprehensive say hey wow interesting topic Nana my year research so far into laws na a govern sex toy ni honyo mano na meka say you can say expressly Ghana should provide the law expressly discusses sex toys and it's honyo mano. On say your loss no ye bi ache afi na ye try say be update into the parliament so na bribia no tembia mo passing new laws into sha some of the recent laws me hwe mu kra man sha da provisions on sex toy no we cyber security act no 2020 na enact ye electronic communications act and electronic transactions act ni na ye laws ni bia me hwe mu but unya express provision on sex toy. But your ban on your criminal and other offenses act nimna. Say ka se bibi a criminal case sam ranim ni etai kokohe. Na o hwe no num na offenses mienu bi wo ho a say all the sex toy etai di agro na say oyi ni bedwam a obetimi anya problem, obetimi anya abayama ne. Enti enne he no na metwe ye thief on adwen esiso. Indecency and obscenity. These are the two main offenses. Enti first one no I'm not a friend of gross indecency. And what section 278 of Act 29. And Yabeka ho asem kakra. And a second one also section 280I provided for publication or sale of obscene materials. And basically your laws no e sa no ma mienu we and the man ye criminal se bia all the sex toy ni sa no man na enhance sexuality nis honke ka ho no wo de be di agro public and I say obey say who promote and I say o ton kra enti na ye starting free gross indecency ni so no here section 278 na we provide we ha no mo say we there me read a very short one or say a person who publicly and willfully does a grossly indecent act commits a misdemeanor enti no emra che we ha no say offense now the complication no say edu ba bia ya amra na than define some of the words now where you sue law nim no enti honom na ya na de confusion kakra bi ba na say bi obi adwen be na say bia nye too clear and I say ye vague enti obi be bisa say what will amount to gross indecent act said the mekano mahwelo nim na law na sheda ma definition inte ba ne sa de ya ne se bia obehwe dictionary definition no anya sa so ayi beja ma judge no se mre no so na se police for na se prosecutors edu ko jina judge na nima na judge no ama interpretation na ya hwe de we beko nti ya behwe dictionary definition ba ko mienu bi but yenko the next one no so and sana ma ba dictionary definition no and then your publication or sale of obscene material.
Okay.
Nti also was section 280. Here or say a person who publishes or offers for sale any obscene book, writing or representation commits a misdemeanor. Nti me ban obscenity nso a eno so no e offense. Nti wo hwe mu ana say law no ama two keywords on person public no e di be dia grokra. Nti here definition for indecency no any obscenity no. We me for free Black's Law Dictionary mu 2004 edition. Into shemwa indecency no omo defining wa or say the state or condition of being outrageously offensive, especially in a vulgar or sexual way. The state or condition of being outrageously offensive, especially in a vulgar or sexual way. And obscenity no omo defining wa or say obscenity is that which is offensive to chastity. We the in chastity. That means a be morally right. It is a bad say you're unchast, and I just say morally no, it's wrong. Into indecency is often used with the same meaning as a obscenity no. Nana we two words we are defining as a law no. Criminal and Other Offences Act no section 278 and 289. Now the mechanic say the law is not interested in your private matters or private affairs. Enti simply put, say all them na se bia wo device bi say ye dua say ye plastic me wo say na say toys ni na bi wo cry gina how to say ni pedua nkasa o ma ye na say wo ye private business the law may not necessarily be interested in what you do in your private home, but the law they can say men publish it and I say don't offer it for sale and I men promote it. So enti a honum na problem na nkasa wo me movie on o share law ni muso a section 281 na we must make some provisions. Enti mebobo so kakra and they say ye ba say besua de enti no ye be make time na yahwe bibi kakra. Why? Enti we section 281 na law ni discuss enyoma bia amounted to sa obscenity no.
Okay.
Enti we say a person commit a misdemeanor who for the purposes of or by way of trade or for purposes of distribution. So some words winning the was because you educated public. No?
All right.
For the purposes of or by way of trade, not just a hanum no, udija, say a trader buying and selling, right? Or for the purposes of distribution or public exhibition. So what as a public exhibition in the same way any public place produces or has in his possession one or more obscene writings, drawings, prints, painting, printed matter, pictures, posters, or any other obscene objects. That is what committee offense no. And he said, by way of trade, so buying and selling, and I say distribution or public exhibition. Now we say no man will be German. Law let's say about the Sawa committee offense. Now yanko B no say for the purposes of the above mentioned in paragraph A, you import, convey or export or causes to be imported, conveyed or exported any of these obscene materials or things or put them into circulation. So in fact, say we import bibi crab or mining more customs for majuma ye kran any kwan say mo import it because customs for majuma ba ko prevention. Into we have COVID-19 by near no more busy because almost preventive aspect no. So no be say no illegal any kwan some money back or mining. Into that is it for the B. And I see no so yes into also. Or say carries on or takes part in a business whether in public or private concerned with any of those obscene matters or things. Or deals in any of those matters or things or distributes any of them. It's in fact what have the crown now. You see the law they catch will say whether public or private. But besides to be was it carries on or takes part in a business whether public or private concerned with any of those obscene matters or things or deals in any of those matters or things or distributes any of them or exhibit any of them publicly or makes a business of lending any of them. It's a hanum no dey ohwa basically no the law the person chair and say omo mu di ho dwa no kra no illegal. So obi di ho dwa ya bi o social media me hu say obi post say bia oton the omo friend dildo yi bi ne vibrators ne sa enyo no bo say edoso umu ahudo bebre na ni pare dey atone status e bia Snapchat any TikTok ne nkeka ho law ne chair say your offense your offense kese pa wa bia was betimi
once odi ade ne ba public ne pe
that is it
but eshawo dem amra ni ho
eshawo dem amra ni enye concern with it.
Yes,
that is the whole business. So but say we dey babedwem na one problem no
advertising no. Yes, o publicizing no.
Yes, now promoting no e hono dey law no any wonya adwen yanko di no so ewie or say advertises or makes known with a view to assist in that punishable circulation or traffic that a person is engaged in any of these punishable acts or advertises or makes known how and from whom any of those obscene matters or things can be procured either directly or indirectly. It's in a hanum crowd there also hear advert no ebia onya no openly but directly or indirectly no che say your kwase mesi ho aye benya bi enti ebi ono ma especially be a blogger see ni ade no enyo no ne ton but ono si o say o person no ma we be there and your contact asimesi o contact asimesi a o ton bi o be ma good deals ni ade eno so kra no mra ne che say your offense
o nipa na o kire ba
o nipa na yes eno so mra ne che say your offense na me fa ba ku bia ye interesting enka ho eno no section 284 honum advertisement as to venereal disease and all of other things no law this were declared no as a indecent or it amounts to gross indecency. Now hanum no won say bi honum a omo advertise aphrodisiacs advertisement yes
we be say ya
and this aga for mo na mo ton sa nunru no
memnro ne
o hwe law ni mu a and also cry your offense. The only time law ni say any offense ye time Minister for Health approve amount and be able to be a FDA approving this annual man. But without approval no so your advertisement or a drury a big boost to sexually I'm a waiting my say I'm all lasting long this annual man. In fact and no crown law they say your offense it's no generally speaking no the you be can say law no any interested in morals be brisa but in a way no so no e che say no ma bi wo hono ma ye hwe e ma wo ma meye the same way say bia wasi uda na so yes wa betina ma oni aban ni amane ba yes all the rent pay na aban business abem in the same way no say oh yes sexual be activity bi na say bia oh yeah in your private home law no will not necessarily come and interfere but the moment how the be social media so na be wa say bia oh be promote and say oh be ton and now be trading no e ho na law ni no be nya problem it is na say conduct na ekokoko so no me sure say in the near future the parliament or man passing raffle for crana or making enactment amendment bia a bit me expressly provided for Sanyo way because once you say your AI generation Gen Z Gen Alpha ne de keka ho to say offenses na ba ne new offenses na ba o your offenses are as 1960 no na your lawmakers no and have am adwin to it say bia be do baby Sanyo man be ba so ba empo no or we make a provision for it. What we are saying is that definition na be clearly one car sex toy any sanyo man. But any chese wo ho kwan say o because I ain't say no very broad. Until we act be I amounted to gross indecency. Was bitimi ayeshi. Until indecency ni dey be gugu ma hodo but wo public place I also so obe order ho properly. Until in your be law no consider say indecent no okona akoya. Say bit say woni pem kra no abon ho adeja ne sanyo man. Your offense to say the beer be or have ultimate say yes sister abana koko now we yi sano money na your offense ebia obi an konko complaining ebia civil society organizations need be taking it up until no prosecuting no in the meantime by no say you're right no be something alone and make provision for this and about obscenity so what you are saying is because of trust issues near the end ebia na be move for any pleasure and I say be so just for pleasure ebia na the partner to me satisfying ye no or person no find artificial way of enjoying sexually near there. What we are saying is that you can do it privately. So for now law number especially MB prohibits animal. We are the privately there, we are safe. But at the moment would be back public space. Would be to social media, so Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, ne dia kika hono. Abai no any benya problem. This is something that I think say most of us should learn from, because the moment obey what you say now mo turn the crowd na asem na say, because eno no mrani tiakra. What the law is saying is say selling, publication or sale of obscene materials. And it say we say we turn crowd na asem na say and obscene material no emra no making very broad. Enti enya ade bia SBA betima ye dua betima ye plastic writing, even pornographic materials inside no money na ye obscene materials. But I will follow conversation. Enti that is what we are letting the public say. Who can say in your private home no dey bia obetima use, but don't expose yourself. What the back public space no na say obana say oye bibi na say amounted to gross indecency. And I say you consider it say obscene material. Was betimi ya shipa na.
Na obi edesa no man ba abonten bedwam ana obi tina internet so advertise ya. When ya said ya say wakochi sa nipa no.
That's a very good question. You know, yeah, na sa no money be na ya amount for ntiase and as a public no ntiase no. What we say institution bia ni the way almost ifa operating. You find say ban of crime. A ban of crime and kasa criminal conduct.
Yeah.
Ghana hana any police force say generally, but you him say your other institutions so mu ye. BNI, Yoko, even special prosecutor mokra ne ade omuni na also investigate crime and they kika ho. Now police na even say your main institution na generally your duty ne say omo be prevent crime and omo be say arrest criminals and prosecute omo no. They act based on complaint. Well, say how no issue no one. Police for they act based on complaint, but masiya instances so police for now so cry to me a complainant, because generally speaking the law no amom ho kwan say officer HM na say committee offense officer no presence and man kwan say utimi arrest. So 18 no two ways na me hwe no wa ha. General public ne dey obi a ho kwan say who so be a committee offense or call report. That is the first thing I was saying. The nearest police station. The nearest police station. Your system so na to da ya na enche da mwa, because e bia o wa hu ade no wo e bia tamale. O call report ya be ka se bia offense no wan committee no ho ntifa ka akọ ba bia committee no. Nipa no nya sa da age no. Enti ne ba ne sa no so be ja chidi. And as a very difficult amount so be pursue case bisa. But police for nankasa so as an institution no, they can also originate it. So what I say, they can also act as complainants in themselves. And now here third category of people so now civil society organizations almost take up some of the issues, normal petition, not be a ministry for gender. That's why they're taking it up. Any sign of man, normal dealing with it. And basically, what we are saying is that the independent said, first one near the public, the general public, You now be our one said say at least even as a citizen keke. Say your public run as a copy so baby na so be committee offenser and manage yourself or so logic complaint. Apart from public I am also saying say even police for Nankasa as an institution so crown almost we be they can take it up. I think say and say the I common cry police for no unit be cyber crime unit. Yeah. Now say me who some are very active on social media. So yeah, me who more Facebook. Yeah. Incidents need because we be on my so about threatening judge. And I say about threatening obi. And
what you so where's be?
Yes. I saw threatening politician be.
Now say
about the say omo akasa to me arrest. Until they don't necessarily need a complainant. Okay. That's the point we are making. Yes, almost be to me arrest. And a third category of people near civil society organizations. Okay. Almost because of human rights near the identity almost we are very active into almost who be sana say almost me appropriate so almost taking it up almost be taking it up. Here some George bill you cry or the call parliament presidential assent civil society organizations they play key role almost friend of proper promotion of proper human rights, sexual rights and family values near there and also cry and also bano our provision kakra wom on indecency ni ade.
Ma mimbusa question we na wo why 30 human right abuse and people infringing on people's human rights na de ade. Ya 30 san 7 pa. Now human right na nyina ne say me na me de me ho. Na me say may say esi dan na ye be hye mra say ye mpene ma onye say especially ba no ye nuanom a wo no say wo no pese omi belong to word bi na society bi a ye from LGBTQ wo ne de no ho na wo so be say emra no so say me ma okwan ma wonye asin say mra ba obi betumi asore atia emra ne say mra we ya mo hye no e go against humanity enti no na wono so atabire bi o man kro no e de akoko to say emra we ya mo hye ne tie nipa fa ho de so bibisa o
nana human rights need a very broad conversation but I be try na ya narrow it down na ya breaking no man for atiase on say you human rights and kasana Ghana hanum you limiting it to Ghana han Ghana hanum started from the constitution ni mono chapter 5 a honum normal list fundamental human rights in there honum and chapter 5 krona musu no e ba be endi wo honum a sign say article 33 or the sign say fundamental human rights na ye kan ho asem no enye the actual constitution ni mpe from article 12 to 33 enye no pe but any other international instruments international agreements be a promoting human rights ni human dignity no yetimi sign e the kind fundamental human rights no enti no eno no makwan ma eto da ye the international agreements ni treaties bi ne ma bi eba e be apply wo Ghana ha. Now, yes, LGBTQ society as okay, yeah, but say more international backing from some international organizations. Feel say, obiati me the pair two consenting adults say more private business and the state and the interfering as for. But coming back to Ghana, no, yes, constitution a guarantee fundamental human rights, no. And no sign limited. Okay, Article 18 honum na talking about privacy of your home. Nisani mana. Article 18 say fine. You are entitled to the privacy of your home. Nisani mano. But a ban say affecting public interest, public health, public morality. Nisani mana. State no. It mean intervening. So into there was say Ghanaian stairs here. We are you can in the Ghanaian context because elsewhere no ebiana. It is permissible or multimedia de omope. But in the Ghanaian context, no, ye fact Ghana constitution, which is the major law na in inimna. A maho kwan ma edru baby a state no interfere with fundamental human right to the extent to say bia in the interest of public health, public morality or whatever it is, so far as it is coming under the constitution. Etino ebia nipa mienu beka say there are two consenting adults. And now mo pese o mo hye dem no mo ye de o mo be na say e bia me na me de me ho na me pese me tena fie ana dem na me use dildo ne sex toys ne vibrators ne de keka ho e ba ne sa law no say in fact say LGBTQ law na nkasa kwade o mo nyam pass ye o mo pass ya no so criminalize say we promote won say law no titiro no empese obe exhibit sa no mana na so be why you say we promote and say we publish and say as o jiji ho commercialize it because we share argument na Sam George and other interested persons no making na what they are saying is say your society, your culture no it doesn't allow or it doesn't consider these things acceptable. In fact, issue ni ba out no kra no National House of Chiefs for near the kra almost share your tradition, your culture so document your cultural practices near you. Only now the statement by say Ghana culture near them does not accept these practices. Into only now back bill now introduce you a parliament. No? So what I say, the point is that it is not about the two consenting adults. No, senka omo be share them no man in India. Ebia and kalon ni share that ni omunya problems sir. Okay, but edu baby omo be bie yem say institution bi kra. I know so I know civil society organization bi say come ba be promote e honom na yes no say you be jam more promote party and it will not happen. It is say the law as it stands now no me can say consent mostly with say o dey ba out so we be shefie and I be share them na why there that is okay and here up to you. It is our sex toys need dildo ni na se for ya kan ho asem kra no So we share them na so we are. Law no ebe den say becho. Because we laws na me read so far no. Gross indecency, any publication of obscene materials near dinner. Interest na a woman no yes I will publishing. And as you cast a publication so
yeah.
Oh apart from on a third party be all the to be my third party be who are publishing.
Okay.
Aha. Say you know fine but mo the kotu be a third party be who pe wa publishing. And say WhatsApp group run as all the kotu mo wa publishing.
Until so be na sane de emra ni uni asem.
Yes. The law as it stands now until say obe publishing so we privately. And in fact, ohwe na LGBT for in fact omo mu ahodo bebre by a law no and say that and criminalizing ye the law ne can ye on natural canon knowledge on natural canon knowledge no asema I can say once in fact say you can canon knowledge e che say oba ne bema eda oba bema edi ni penis no koshe oba na se enti say oh yes sex no in any other form and the ye mra no assistance na kra etia enti say say mema mienu se si am prepare me no ka say e mema mienu e have affair na say obi hu ana say ye tia na say police funya na so tia e criminal offense because any unnatural canon knowledge unnatural canon knowledge they say only obi have sex not in the usual way na enim no but in some other way
nti opon say emra no ye emma ye no se si ye chi emema mienu say omo afom ho na ma mienu so omo afom ho a
ma men clarify once the honum no na ye tricky no emma mienu no honum no law no entimi chiom current law as it stands now no emma mienu e be dey say law no be chiom but emema no e dey be chiom because law they say unnatural canon knowledge and no defining unnatural canon knowledge they say only another person have sex in an unnatural way and I say only aboa bida
nyame bo say be ma de be fa oba ase
yes
ba wo say on fa ho o de kofa tokro fufuro mu a
that is it
e hono na
law is your offense it is a man you share I don't know how they do it but be they say law de be chiom but me man you share na say ba ko de omo ye anal sex ne dia e no de mra no be chiom aha I know the LGBTQ bill na Sam George mo introduce wo parliament no be important because law no should capture scenarios in circumstances ni are very complicated it as stands now no obi cross be busa say and what if say a man mienu e use sa sex toy ni dildo ni sanyo mana
yeah
and also no you very tricky because you hear gross indecency na so mo fam ba ni pemu a law no intimate chom
so mo share dem no mo ya
law no intimate chom yes
intimate chom
oh ko bie so dia so why invade am nipa ni nyamfa mba public na say wo ko bie unless be our right so ko so we right to say we a third party now right so ko hono dia na be friend hono ni public place so tricky everybody say bia we be drinking bar a public place we be shop out am for bar
yeah
but o private home nya public place
okay
it is a bia baby omo ye na commercial or public place na say wo ko bie so dia and then they find so more publish it
okay
and I said the omo ye no publicly because omo have affair no public space here baby am assigning na to me ba it is what be a shop drinking a night club you know sano my mbiji say ya night club ni ade no do anajo ade asane ayi na etimi kokokoso enum the man your offense because night club ni restaurant ni lounge ni sano man na public space
okay
it is say wo na se bia money adimo too excited na mo start have sano man na and then dey why no publicly it brand bit macho
okay
but using it per se no and running criminalizing the main issue they say odi ba public and that's why we no public space na run appeal so
all right the for now dey until say e be hye ho mra dey complicated
very complicated o hwe sa LGBT issue ni sex toys na
afutu e de be ma obia ne say mo amode dildos e ba bonten advertise sex toys mo advertise wo social media ne dey mudi agora e betumi afamo
that is so
yes
embrano betumi
no ba say wo bi hye wo dan mu dey a ye ni hobi dey o dey ye dey obi ani ho but the moment ade be ba public no ebia don come you dildo so fofofo we dey ukuna tukwan jawa we ya na be boa this aro no and dey e betumi apawo
yes ukuna tukwan kra ya na wo say mse mema ne titi omododo
Obi I say be mama Brookie at it only member we.
It's no almost resort to Sanyo man.
Okay.
What we are saying is I was someone for you very careful how to deal with it. Ebia for now business are all no near day. You should be very careful how you handle it. Okay. Some of these things for now Obi anko complaining and I said be a police for any security for no so no. They are interested in other serious crimes in the now nobody will come after you. Yeah. But a time is coming I believe strongly say you better pass laws to cater for all these things because because we don't need new offenses because of social media and businesses so say be online obi online shop. Yeah. You who online shops be bra only physical shop or no order no deliver ma only physical shop abekum but oton lingerie oton dey omo frefre ni eton sa no mani na be fra nti no we as necessary no dey society no so sesa at a given time bia no yeah what the society no be consider say you morally right and they morally wrong. Okay, for now no your society no bia who ne say o publish sa nyoma na e offense nti na wo say to be careful how I handle those things. All right. You are involved in selling of those things in this publication. Sure. Yes.
Yeah, one last question here, fan sorry so.
Okay.
Yeah, Fred B Kamu Ododi. Say, Bema Bini or by a P. Na Ebi or Mokotine baby, no numbia kama. Or mobile fee no see the bit. Yakasi Kufia Eberjo. And your Kamu here. No more packet can walk on any. Wa uchem was a cano was so sa kai susi faku ensi waduro so enso cano was so sa wo beta wani abekwa kohwe na kwabrane enesi oba so wo kan mu a o tusu humni semum apano eno sa no emra no so de na kan fa se obi fa wo ba wo kan
well and also my boys no funny thing say I entai chomu so mu ya no ma confess say Charlie maybe I twem ebia o ye bibisa wo hwe eno so na law ne de ne be hye gross indecency ne sa obscenity na ase but hanum no e be more of gross indecency so because ade a wo ye ne ade a ye no privately ye no wokokom enti se o te kam ka ne si kwan so ne de e ho de ho ntimi nya obi adem e ho ntimi nya kokom public property public place na so wa park wo kwan chain baby ana so bi kra obi fie nchen e ho ni na public because amount for twem obi twem obi hu enti sanya wo dem na eye ka mu na wo ye no no ye nya pio so say kim asamato enti na okoye bibi sa na sa na jola police for so mu amon fa nche wo kra wa so be ye shi papa because it will amount to gross indecency. Enti pacho no so ye offense. So wan koye ne dem okoye ne kamu na se obinya pie so say kim or complain pe waso be shipa enti offense
mo amuta ye no wakamu no mo amuta fa ma wakamu ne ma da wakamu no e offense enti munimu a ye ka kire mo aha ani we de why say no bia manani na ho akamu kra
ba wa say nana me fa so empempi ni de say obi anchiwa ya na otai fa hudi na mostly no so no e wo areas a wo mani atene sa na se for no ya na e shada nya obi business but I mean those days ultimately who social media so say hey asimesi ya koche no ne yi okupie area bi a wo mani shada nti yes na so mo pio so dia waso be shipa because mo hu ni se wa ye boni kese pa e bi so a wo hwe lo nim kra na misdemeanor ya ka so obi ankoye de but misdemeanor na shada nya serious offense into unya area bi a obi amane ni business a wo mfa ho o mbe ho am why de o ye na we
ka ni si ufie e na wo ye de a enye public place
yes
ene o compound na wo se na de ye nya wo mpaso ye nkoka mu a obi anu ni ase ba se wa ba be ka junction he traffic a na so ye mpe ba bi wo kwan no na ye nya de ene de o ye ni sa de
ye ni de wa fo mra no
o be ha ye kwa suje fo twa na kai wo so sa na titi abafo anyway ya da se
na we so be da se
ko ide na de be twa to amaye
aja show no topic na man for say interesting pa anti do na ka chere me say and then you follow your life no more TV. It me sure say you me educate public no very well. But me a few friends be a mama ya we some heavy. No more follow the life. It's me cha Madam Fujo. Joe a car rental or Belink P. Or boy Juma Panti, who here any type of car be a buses near the crown or Richie Joe.
Joe meet you an advert.
I just said you my Joe who. And I'm an back to Joe, honestly, a mechanical engineer on the US no, Miami, Florida. I'll follow you on the parent in Bichiano. And Maxwell say Ajimai, police ni papa, Tesano police station or station CID ho. It's Maxwell so Michiano. And Eja, Minya Bako, also J. Kwame Pizarro, and also US or Missouri. And also yes, cyber security analyst, and also follow you on the pa. In Chaka Sepa and call my money na. Yeah, that will be as I say, Eja, Uti, na mecha me PSO.
Ben, my young walk coming a branch or two on.